Welcome! We have been talking about resistance to change, why people resist change, and more specifically, how to tackle resistance to change. Knowing that this is a phenomenon that cannot be avoided. The resistance also cannot be completely raised, but you can definitely diminish or cushion the impact of such human behavior. In particular, one of the ways to deal with the resistance to change in a proactive way is to communicate. Communication is key in all change management initiatives. Actually, it starts from the very beginning and it underpins all the change management process up to implementation and to consolidation of change. It is unfortunate that a lot of companies do not know how to communicate in the correct way. There are fundamentally three different kind of situations. The first one is where very little or no communication is the way to go. So basically, the executives just decide to carry on with the change management initiative. There is just an announcement when things carry on and that's it. Of course, there is nothing to prepare the employees to deal with the change initiative, but most of all, there are no initiatives whatsoever to actually make people deal with the sense of loss of control, with things like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to my job? Will I still have a job? Why are we doing this kind of initiative? So this is really, really bad. There is then a second situation whereby the communication is just aimed at certain kind of employees. I have assisted, I did some consulting for companies that actually were puzzled on the reason why people were still resisting change even though we have actually told them what's going to happen. And then it came out, for example, that they used to communicate in a very thorough way, but only to certain kind of employees. So, for example, if the employees were working on a part-time basis and they were not present on a Thursday or on a Friday when the communication was actually rolled out face-to-face in the canteen or into the auditorium, well, the people that, for example, were working part-time felt completely left out. I actually witnessed situations whereby one of the clients, before actually I start consulting for them, said to their employees, oh, well, you know what, just let the temps and the part-time people that don't work on this day know, because basically, we are not going to repeat the same message. Well, this is extremely bad. Or even worse, when, for example, the company has got several subsidiaries, or for example several plants, and all the communication is focused at a specific location, so the other locations feel completely left out. Again, this is not the right way to go. On the other side, and I must say this is quite rare, there are companies that over-communicate. So whatever they do, they keep on communicating. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. And actually comes across as someone being anxious. So, we're doing this, we're doing that. It's too much. Again, if you over-communicate, basically, employees will switch off because the information most of the time will be totally and utterly irrelevant. But most of all, they will say, okay, what's important and what's not important, because here we are receiving something like 10 different announcements, 15 announcements every single day. So the difficulty when dealing with communications is to find the balance between basically the requirement to make people aware of the reasons why the change initiative is going to be rolled out, what is going to happen, so what is going to change, who is going to be impacted and why basically it's going to impact them, and what kind of changes basically are going to be rolled out. And on the other side, there is basically the necessity of the employees to be kept in the loop and basically to build their resilience. As I said in the previous videos with regards to resistance to change, some people are more resilient than others. It will happen that not everyone will come through the change initiative with the same speed, and probably you will have to lose some employees in the initiative because there will be some people that simply will not accept the change initiative. So communication is not something that you just create in a couple of days, just getting someone, oh yeah, you are very good at writing, so go with communication. No, it's got to be part of a communication plan, and I will be talking about communication plan and how to communicate correctly in the future videos. Thank you so much for watching.